Global issues to local action. How will the Olympics and Paralympics in London help to solve the big social, economic and environmental issues that the world faces in the 21st century? The eyes of the world always focus on the Olympics, wherever they're held. It's a huge event with the world's biggest number of TV viewers, and London 2012 will be the first digital games where access to instant coverage via handheld devices like smartphones and other methods will be widely available for the first time. This means London 2012 has a unique opportunity to send the right messages to the world, but also a unique threat to the reputation of the London Olympics, generally for sending out the wrong messages. So what are the right and the wrong messages? London 2012 set out to act as a catalyst for regeneration in East London. The Olympic Park has already helped to regenerate the community in that the construction of the Stratford City shopping centre would not have happened as quickly if it had not been for the Olympics enabling infrastructure such as roads, energy and water supplies to be upgraded. This has created over 4,500 new jobs. A big proportion of these were for people unemployed for more than 6 months and many people who had never worked. The future use of the Olympic venues is being organised now. This is way ahead of previous Olympic host cities, but how can we continue this momentum after the Games? Global events bring global corporations, their money and their business practices. The £2 billion needed to stage the Games comes from private funds, from sponsorship, concessions and ticket sales. There's almost no taxpayers' money. The practices of bankers have been under the spotlight lately, and many corporations are involved in the Games that have been involved in alleged dubious practices in the past. The recent exposure of alleged poor labour practices in the manufacture of merchandise has called the ethical standards of the Games into question. Should there be higher ethical standards for companies involved in the Games, or is it just about the money? What do you think? As we move into an age where there are calls for greater responsibility in the way we do business, and where the impact of climate change is being felt all around the world, how can we create new ways of living, working and celebrating in a truly ethical and sustainable manner? This will be increasingly a challenge for all of us, but as today's generation, you need to face these issues more than most. What do you think are the key elements for achieving good governance for sustainability over a major capital project or an event? What can independent assurance do to enhance the sustainability outcomes? The majority of decisions are made by the Olympic Board and by the chief executive officers of each of the key stakeholders, and they're informed by very experienced people who are at the peak of their careers. There are very few decision makers under the age of 30. What do you think would happen if the Games were run by people under 30? Do you think the gender and ethnicity composition of people in positions of authority makes any difference to the outcomes from their decisions? What do you think?